Hello everyone, welcome to the class of AI, and today's topic of learning is image segmentation. We'll be looking to do that how to do image segmentation with the help of the code, and what we'll be taking an Oxford VGG PET dataset for doing so, and we'll be doing with the help of Keras. But before we do image segmentation, or before we see how to do image segmentation with the help of Keras, let's get first understanding that what is image segmentation. So basically, image segmentation is a part of a computer vision task which segment an image into multiple areas by assigning a label to each pixel, right? It provides much more information about an image than object detection. Basically, what we do here, you can see over here in this picture, we have a kid, or you can see a Billy, right? That there are three Billies over here, right? So in this whole image, what we are trying to do, we are trying to identify the object which is appearing on in an image, right? So image segmentation will basically color those pixels, and you can see all three kids are over here, right? And you can see they can easily uh, identify the pixel that which belongs to the picture of Billy, right? And there are two different type of image segmentation. First one is called semantic segmentation, and second is called instance segmentation. And in semantic segmentation, what we will do, we'll classify each pixel with a label. So you can see there are three Billy, and all three Billies are being identified by the image segmentation task, and it belong to semantic segmentation because all the three Billies being colored with the same color. So that means that's a semantic segmentation. So we are not trying to count the objects, we are trying to identify that which are Billies and what is the background, right? How semantic segmentation is different from instance segmentation, you can easily see that instance segmentation basically classify each pixel and differentiate each object instance. So example, there are three Billies, so each Billy is being differentiated by another, and you can say that the first Billy is being colored with a yellow, second one is with purple, and let's say this is the third one which we are coloring with the help of a green. So the instance segmentation will identify all the three Billies, and these three Billies will be colored in three different colors. So that's instance segmentation. And here in semantic segmentation, we're just trying to identify where are Billies and what is the background. So how we are going to do this, now let's come to the code. So we'll be downloading a 37 category pet dataset with roughly around 200 images of each class. So that means there are 37 different pet categories are there in the dataset, and for each category there are nearly 200 images. These images are having a large variation among scaling, positioning, and lighting conditions. All images have been associated with some kind of a ground truth, that what is the type of category, if it is a cat, then what type of breed, head region of interest, that where their heads belong to, and then what is their tribal pixel trimap, right? So segmentation, basically we are getting the mask of it. So these three, for each image we have three different category: original image, what is the breed, where is their head, and their segmentation map, right? Data statistics, so you can see in the terms of a dog, you will be having American Bulldog, American Pit Bull Terrier, Basset Hound. So you see the number of counts, and these are the number of dog breeds we have in our data set. In terms of cat breeds, we have these much of cats. Each cat has 198 images. Bengal has 200, Burman has 200, Bombay has 200. So in total, you can see there are 2,371 cat images. Dog, we have 4,987 images. In total, there are these number of images. Now, how to get these images? So let's get our Colab connected to the virtual environment. So we have been allocated a space somewhere in the Google Cloud to run our Python code. So now you can see that we are connected, and if we open our folder, you can see that we are connected to the Google Colab environment. So we run this code, and the data set is being downloaded. So what we are doing, we are using where the data sets are being loaded. So you can see these are the two paths from where we are downloading our data. So the first link is almost finished, second one is also finished. So you see we have downloaded the data, and you can see the image is being downloaded, and we are also extracting the data. So images are here, you can see. Hopefully it will open. Come on, get open. Yeah, so all the images are here, you can see, and their annotations are also here, right? Now we have to prepare the path for each of the input image and their target segmentation mask. So what we are doing, we are telling the images are available in the image folder. Their annotation try maps are available in the target directory. So we are creating a variable target directory where we are giving this path. We are telling the input directory which is giving this path. We are resizing each and every image to 160 by 160 pixels. We are defining there are 3 different number of classes in this data set. So that means the output which we are going to create, the segmentation map which we going to create, it's going to have 3 different colors into it, and the number of batch sizes we are going to have is 32. So we are basically creating all the data together, and we are just processing it. So you can see the total number of these samples, and this is their corresponding input, and this is their corresponding output. Right now, what does one input image and corresponding segmentation mask look like? So we are randomly choosing, I have randomly selected that image number 7. So if you see that how the image will look like, so hopefully we can easily display that how the original image and its mask look like. It's running at the moment, and I'm not sure why it's taking time, but it should. Yes, so cannot access the resource needed to display the output. Okay, that's fine. So this is the image, 7 number image, and this is their corresponding mask which we have in our data set, right? So before we do our image segmentation with the help of the model, we are going to prepare the sequence class and load and vectorize batches of the data. So we have to create the batches of the data, and we are creating a class called Oxford Pet, and the code is given, and you see it's returning X and Y at the end. So whenever we are going to run this model, the X and Y will be returned. Whenever we are going to run this class, X and Y are going to return in this model, right? So what we are doing, we are going to prepare this unit exception style model, right? And you see we have created a function called get model, and here we have created a kind of a convolution model where the first layer is convolution 2D, batch normalization, activation, and blah blah blah. So first half of the network basically is downsampling of the input. So basically we are taking 160 by 160 as an input. We are going to downsample the image and trying to create a latent space, the lower dimensional representation of that. And then in the second half of the network, we are going to upsample the same encoded information from the latent space. We are going to decode that, or you can say upsample that information. So if I'm going to run this particular code, it's going to create my model, and we are easily after this we are going to easily see our model, how the models look like, because we are using this plot model function in our code, and hopefully it will do very fast. Yeah, so you can see that from the very top over here we are taking the input 1 by 60, 1 by 60. After applying the batch normalization and convolution, we are lowering the dimension from our data 80 to 80, and here we became to 40 to 40, and then further lowering it down to 20 by 20, right? And from here onwards, I believe 10 to 10, again we are downsampling the image from 10 to 10, and then from here onwards we are started upsampling the picture again. So UNet architecture, it's about taking the picture, downsample it, and then upsample. So you can see at the end of the network, we are getting the output 160 by 160. Now to split the data into different parts, we have to split our data. So we are creating an image input path, we are creating a validation input path. So we are basically we are trying to generate the data into train gen function and validation generation function. And then over here in this code, we are using on optimizer RMS prop, sparse categorical cost entropy function we will be using, and we'll be using a callback if any model will be saved in this file. And we are here, you see, we'll be doing training generation. We are using validation data to validate the model, and let's start training the model. Now we can see the model is training completed. To visualize the prediction, what we did, we are doing on the validation set what we have created, valgen. We are basically predicting our model and storing this over here, and then displaying the mask. We have written a function over here to display the mask. Now with the help of this function, we are randomly selecting the number 10 image, that how it's look like by generating the validation, what type of mask has been created by this UNet model. So you can see as soon as it will finish that this is the original image for which this is the ground truth, and after training the model, this is the mask at the bottom. This type of mask has been created with the help of a UNet model. Why it has three classes? You remember I told you in the initial there are three classes, so gray, white and black. With the help of these three colors, these mark is being created. And this example I have adapted it from keras.io, so I would like to thank to them because they have created such a nice example. And if you have any query on this UNet model, that how to do image segmentation, please get in touch with me. Thank you for watching Class of AI.